I didn't love myself, and you give power and influence to the wrong people. Look how it turns out. You have to hype yourself up, and nobody else on the external is hyping you up. You have Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ascension with V. I am your host, Stashia Jeanette, aka V, and today we're going to talk about a little thing that kind of hit my mind not too long ago. I just finished up the 518 Oracle reading for the Patreon members. If you're not a member of the Patreon and you want to get these Oracle readings, weekly Oracle readings, then go on over and join the Patreon, or you can purchase the readings one off. But after I finished it, I was like, ooh, idea for the actual podcast. And that is following your own path. And it seems like such a cliche thing. Follow your own path. What is that toucan saying? Follow your nose. That's what it reminds me of. Follow your nose. Because recently, more than ever, I have noticed the increasing influence or the increasing difficulty to stay in your own, like to stay focused on my own lane. And I know it's not just me, so that's why I'm gonna speak on it, because a lot of us within the spiritual community in general, I can't even just say just the spiritual community, but like because I'm in the spiritual community, that's all I can speak on from this moment. But within the spiritual community, like the pressures be on to be looking outside of your lane at like what other people got going on, at how other people are doing their shit, how other people are posting, or how many followers or engagements or comments or gigs or bookings, or how much money they're making from X, Y, and Z, how they're making their money type of situation. Like it's a lot of comparison that is going on in these streets. And as a person with energy as the first mastered skill in language, like I feel it frequently, and I have to check myself often, because a lot of the times what I'm feeling is not mine. Like it's not me feeling that way, but like it's the energy collectively that I'm picking up of other people. And not only that, but like the energy that I've picked up off of other people looking at like my shit. But it's not even just in like a it's not in just a malicious way. What I'm trying to say here is it's difficult for everybody right now to not look at somebody's stuff and be like just purely happy for them, and not feel like I wish that was me getting that kind of success. I wish I was also having that kind of, recognition or clientele or those kinds of frequent, whatever the case may be here, insert the thing here. But this frequently over the last 2 to 3 months, I have felt this energy like snowballing out of control with the collective energy. And I'm like, what's happening here? What we got going on? Because I don't understand. It's and I feel like on Instagram is the worst. I really do. I feel like Instagram is the worst place for this, because it's like constantly you see a lot of people posting kind of the exact same way. And this isn't like a shade thing. This is me literally just speaking the observation of what giving the example of exactly what I'm talking about here. There's like the increasing pressure to try to follow the same templates, to try and get the same kind of engagement that you've seen one person who was posting this exact kind of content, to like trying to replicate what they've done to get the same results that one person was getting because of that particular template of or style of posting. Example, like posting carousel things. So like slide 1 is this, slide 2 is this, and it's like story time in the slides. Not like I tried it and I was like, it's not for me, because it's not, that's not my path. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not like everybody else. And this isn't me trying to be like toot toot, look at me toot my horn. No, this is me talking about like I am one of one. Just like all of you are one of one, but like the pressure has been on for us to try to abandon ship on our one of one mission, right? Like, yeah, we're all a part of a collective mission, but all of us have one of one missions. And a lot of us, the 250 is 250 of us doing a very, very specific special ops type of mission. And you guys, even more so. I'm saying this too. Like, y'all ain't supposed to be doing what everybody else is doing. Like, you we're just not. It's not for us. It's just not for us. And the longer that we keep trying to blend in and copy and duplicate and replicate what it is that other people are doing just because it's working for them, the longer we're going to smack up against that resistance wall and be met with failure and disappointment on a lot of the things that we're creating and a lot of the things that we are doing and a lot of the things that we are posting and a lot of the things that we're putting out and being like, why is nothing working? And it's because you ain't following your own path. And that's what it is. And I felt the overwhelming urge to need to speak on this because I have been touched with the filthy hand of this energy recently. And I was like, ew, unhand me. And yeah, so I felt like I need to put the PSA out here. Stop trying to do what everybody else is doing just because you've seen it work for them. You know what I mean? And I don't know who them is, but let them do them. Everybody, we are one of one. And I am so ready for the age of trying to keep up with the Joneses dies out and we just start accepting who and what we are and our greatness and our authenticity and in our individuality and loving every part of it and loving what it is that makes us stand out. Even if it doesn't reap us the rewards instantaneously, it's going to be a slow burn. It's going to be delayed gratification. It's going to be because a lot of us, again, speaking to the 250 especially, we are very much ahead of our time and we are waiting for, I've said it a numerous amount of times, we are waiting for our people who we are put here to be leading and serving to make it out of the traps, the abyss and the illusions, right? So like we're just supposed to be over here focusing on the things that we're building for the new system, right? For the new existence, for the new energy over here, and not be worried about what's going on over here, what other people are doing over here. And I know, like I said, I've tasted and indulged in this energy as well myself, and I was like, ew, because that's not me. It's not. Honestly, like hey, if that shit's working for y'all, good. And I'm glad that you're finding things that work for you, but you have to understand, guys, we're not all here doing the same thing. We're not all here doing the exact same journey. We're not all here with the same gifts. We're not all here to be leading the exact same people. And what may look like, like, oh, well, how come they're getting success? And how come they're getting bookings? And how come they're getting collaborations? And how come they're getting put on? And how come they got their people? And how come they have a community? And how come X, Y, and Z? Don't worry about it. Just I say it like this: the longer the wait, the bigger the blessing, right? The longer the wait, the bigger the blessing. And I think that's something that a lot of people need to be aware of. Is yeah, maybe God's source universe is making you wait longer, but you have no idea what's going to be on the other side of that wait. You have no idea what kind of blessings are going to come from that waiting. You have no idea what's going to come from you being able to weather the storms and master the art of delayed gratification. Think of yourself as like a diamond sword being very carefully curated, handmade, forged in the fire with the most pristine attention to detail on it. You're going to come out as a marvelous work of art, and everything that you're doing is being perfected and prepared to the utmost degree for those people that you're meant to serve and for the mission that you came here to do, because it's only you that can do it. Only you can prevent forest fires, Smokey. And that's that's you, put your little ranger hat on and accept the title, and it's hard. It's really hard, speaking from the personal experience here. It's really, really hard to just sit and wait and watch others seemingly quote unquote zoom by and become successful, and you're still over here forging away and not being able to see the results and not seeing anything yielding reward, and you're putting in so much time and effort and things of this nature, but like it's coming. It really is. Your people are coming, and your rewards and your recognition and your blessing and your abundance and your success and all the great things and your love and your community and your people are coming. They're not going to come to you when you're on somebody else's path. They're really not. And they're not going to come to you when you're trying to blend in with everybody else's energy, when you're trying to do what everybody else is doing, when you're trying to be what everybody else is trying to be. Like you're not, that's not how it's going to come to you. It's not. It's just not. And I feel like I'm constantly the person going around like popping people's bubbles and like raining on people's parades and just shitting on people, and that's not my intention here, but it needs to be said at this point. Really, it needs to be said that you're not going to get your rewards and your abundance and your blessings, and your people will not be able to find you if you are constantly trying to replicate what it is that other people are doing on their path. And I don't know who started this thing, but just because one person's thing or a group of people's things worked for them, good for them. I'm gonna say it, they're not doing what we're doing. There are more people not doing what we're doing than there are those who are doing what they're doing. And so those who are not doing what we are doing, there's an abundance of those people that they are meant to be serving. Right. And so, yes, right. What you're seeing right now, you're seeing a whole lot of people with a whole lot of clientele, with a whole lot of business, with a whole lot of money coming in, with a whole lot of recognition, with a whole lot because there's an abundance of those people who need what it is that they have to offer. Right. But what it is that you are here to do, if you feel this in your soul, I'm talking to you. What it is that you are here to be doing and who it is that you are here to be serving. There's not like billions upon billions upon billions of these people. Those are not we are here to lead and guide and serve a select group of souls and energies, right? It's like where there's millions upon millions upon millions who need the ones that are not doing what we're doing. Right? Our people are like thousands upon thousands, maybe like 100,000, for each of us. So if I'm saying there's 250 of us doing this very, very, very specialized special ops mission, right? Out of how many billions on the planet, there's like, I would say 100,000, 150,000 immediate souls that each of the 250 are meant to lead. So do the math on that. That's not is not that many, right? And again, but you're here to do a very specific one of one thing, and that's just what it is. That's what your soul signed up for. That's what you signed up to be doing this incarnation. That's the mission that you chose. That's the life that you have chosen. That is the incredible responsibility that you've chosen to bear and be a part of. That's the cross that you're carrying this lifetime and this incarnation. And unfortunately, a slight downside to that is it's a long queue. It's a long wait time. It's a long wait time before you start seeing the rewards, before the people start finding you, before, and it requires an immense amount of resilience on your part to stay committed to the process, even when you can't see the progress, to stay boots to the ground, 10 toes down, when everything and everyone else is passing you by, and you're having those moments of feeling like a failure. You're looking around and you're trying to figure out like, what's wrong with me? Why is my business not thriving? Why are people not coming to me for, and you need to understand, like, it's not you, but you're not here to be serving just anyone and just everyone. And that's what it is. You're one of one. You're here to do what it is that God source universe put within you to do, uniquely and divinely timed and orchestrated. at a very, very specific, meticulous time and fashion. You know what I mean? That's what it is. And you have to be okay with being different, because that's what you chose. Whether you like it or not right now at this moment, whether you're mad at me, well, because I'm telling you this, because I'm saying this, but you signed up for this. This is what you signed up for. You didn't want to be like everybody else. You didn't want to be doing what everybody else was doing. You didn't want the easy route. You wanted a challenge. You wanted to be doing something great, to be doing something magnificent, to be doing something extraordinary, to be doing something life and planetary changing. You wanted to leave a magnificent impact on this planet in every single way, shape, and form. And that's what you're doing. But don't be sad and mad and upset over the wait time that it takes, over the resilience that it takes, over the unwavering faith that it takes, over the amount of times that you have to just sit there and grin and bear, everybody else getting their roses, their flowers, their money before you. This is very much a rabbit and hare race type of situation. Like, oh, you going tortoise slow. Oh, it's tortoise slow over here. Easy come, easy go, though. And that's not what you signed up for. You're building lasting things here. Think of what you're creating, like the Roman Empire, like the Colosseums, things that have withstood the test of time. That's what you're building. Things that can withstand the test of time, not American-made buildings and structures. If you know, not American-made roads. We talking cobblestone, right? We're talking things that can last through earthquakes. We're talking things that can last through natural disasters. We're talking things that can last through decades and lifetimes and constant resets of God's source universe hitting the apocalyptical reset button on this planet. We're talking those kinds of things that can withstand that. That's what you're doing. Right. So, everybody else is getting things done very quickly, very easily, quote unquote, and not having to have this queue time or this wait time. But again, we're not all building and doing the exact same thing. Everybody, yes, we're doing a service for the highest good of all, a collective mission. Yes, that we're all doing a joint effort part on that, but nobody has the exact same soul, and we're not all doing the exact same soul mission. A lot of us really, again, I want to bring it back to the 250 here. You guys, please understand what I'm telling you. You are very, 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 very different, and this is what you signed up for. The task is not easy. The responsibility is not light. The wait time is long. It's so long. And a lot of this that we're doing is solo. We're by ourselves, physically. But understand what I've just said there, physically only. And if at any point in time it becomes too big a burden to bear on your own, all you need to do is ask for help. And it will be given immediately. Just ask, because you have to ask. Ask and you shall receive. And I want to leave it there. I want to give you guys that last word of hope to know that you are not alone on this mission. Yes, it may be a long queue time. It may be rough. It may be grueling. It may be difficult. You may be angry. You may be frustrated. You may be tired. You may be exhausted. You may be saddened. You may get down and depressed. But if you don't get yourself back up and remember who you are, what you're doing, why you chose this, and why you're here, because you signed up for this. I'm going to keep repeating, you chose this. You signed up for this. God Source Universe did not force you to come here and sign up for this very specific mission. You chose this because you wanted to be great. You chose this because you wanted to be a part of history. You chose this because you wanted to make an extraordinary impact on this planet during this time, during this very pivotal point in Earth's ascension and awakening process. You chose this. And God's source universe chose you and allowed you to do this because you could, because only you could do it. And that's what I got for you guys. I hope this was helpful. And if you want to apply to work one-on-one with me, you can do so with all the links in the bio. Don't forget that your girl's got some new stuff on the link tree that you can purchase, that you can be a part of. And the new Earth Guidebook to Healing and Ascension is available on Amazon, as well as some new templates and PDFs and things that I offer, and some packages. I've got some new things that I'm going to be dropping this summer, late this summer, on lines of retreats that I'm in the process of working on. So if you want to get in on that, be sure that you are staying in touch with the things that I've got going on my Instagram, on Patreon, and just keep up with your girl. And until next time, I'll see y'all. B Squad.